All right, everyone. Right now, everyone's talking about the attack in New Orleans. We're also hearing that there are potentially other accomplices that are at large. This is suspected by the FBI. I'll be there in a few days. Yeah, that's real great now, isn't it? I feel perfectly safe myself. I'm protected by magic, so I'm not particularly nervous, but I am still going into the lion's den on multiple levels now, aren't I? But then there was a separate attack, and it's getting maybe 1/10 of the attention, which is the explosion of the Cybertruck in Las Vegas right outside of the Trump Tower. This was intentional. We know now that fireworks mortars were in the vehicle. We know that there was camper fuel, etc. And the idea that the driver simply lit up a stogie or something like that, and whoops, shit, the mortar's going off. I don't think that that's very likely. I do not believe that this was accidental. I think it was somebody who was suicidal anyway, is disgruntled by Trump and Elon Musk, that's why you would use a Cybertruck, and decided to park it out in front and just blow themselves up, basically. And we correctly predicted the other day, the Quartering and myself, correctly predicted that there were fireworks in the vehicle. There were fireworks mortars in there. Now, you might say, well, maybe they were going to attend a party and they lit a joint. And it was a bad idea to do that. Whoops, I dropped the joint. Oh, fuck, I'm about to die, aren't I? I don't think that that's as likely as somebody stacking a bunch of explosives and incendiaries in their vehicle, lighting it on fire right out under the building, and attempting to burn the building to the ground and effectively bomb it. Probably someone that couldn't access more conventional explosives or something like that. Hey, I've got like, how many firecrackers do I have back there, dear? Oh, 500,000? Yeah, that should do the trick. This is almost certainly not an accident, but it's not getting any airplay. Nobody's talking about it. It's been eclipsed by the New Orleans attack and the ongoing investigation. They're actually investigating whether these two things might actually be linked. It's possible. There could be some sort of nationwide network of terrorists that have come in, but that's because we got a porous border. So thousands and thousands of terrorists have come into the country. They are coordinating with each other. If they wanted to do a bunch of sporadic attacks across the country just to concern the civilian population, they're certainly capable of doing so. It's not like law enforcement's allowed to get involved. If you jaywalk, you get beaten to the ground and asphyxiated. But if you're planning for a terroristic attack, you're just on their radar. This has happened over and over and over under multiple administrations, by the way. This isn't even just the Biden administration. This has been a problem for a very, very long time. Since 9/11, effectively. U.S. government gets intel that somebody is planning shit. U.S. government monitors them, but ultimately ignores the situation. Then it goes after the jaywalker, of course, or somebody who downloaded an MP3 file. And then an attack occurs. And oh my god, this is so inexplicable, we never saw it coming. Sort of a little bit like Pearl Harbor or the Gulf of Tonkin. Just saying, some of these conspiracy theories eventually come true. I have a feeling that the person responsible will be identified as somebody who is on the radar. They'll be a disgruntled leftist, possibly a so-called environmental activist, although most environmentalists don't do environmentalism, or somebody who is like a CIA asset. They lost their job. They just got depressed and they said, well, this will send a little bit of a message now, won't it? That Tesla Cybertrucks are not very common on the roads. I'm just saying that while Tesla has become a large car company, the number of people that can even afford one of them is relatively low. And the odds that it's parked out in front of Trump Tower when a bunch of fireworks go off is pretty fucking low unless it was on purpose. Just saying, that's probably the best explanation. But if it was indeed a terrorist attack, which I suspect that it was, we may not actually get the gratification of knowing that anytime soon, because that would be politically inconvenient for the Uniparty. And say, well, somebody was attacking a Trump property. violent leftoid or something like that. They're not going to admit to that to the public, not unless they have no choice. I mean, it's fairly obvious, but unless they're actually compelled to do so, they probably won't say jack shit. They will quietly bury the story, and behind the closed doors, they'll admit to the truth, but they'll try to keep it to be as non-public as possible. That's about all. Peace out.